Hi guys, and welcome to the third video already from the FAB Five. My name is Remco, and I'm here with Don, and we'll be looking at a Blitz match today. Don, can you tell us who is playing and what are you guys playing?
Hey, welcome everyone. I am playing Runeblood, OTK, One Turn Kill, and Bambi's playing Ira, Ninja. And basically, the Ninja deck is mine. The Runeblood deck is James, Bambi's. And we switched up decks to see if Runeblood was something for me and if Bambi liked Ira. So we kind of switched text, and this is the first time I'm playing Runeblades in a Blitz game. So kind of figuring out how everything works.
All right. And is that the same for James? Do you know? For Bambi?
Yeah, I know Bambi's been on Ninja for a while, and I do think that it's his first time playing Ira.
All right, nice. So, yeah, let's get into it.
Yeah. So what I'm trying to do is during my first turn create a few rune chants, as that's what Runeblade is trying to do. So I'm trying to set up for a big play, and I created some rune chants with my gear. I don't even know the name of the card, the gloves.
The Grasp of the Arknight.
Exactly. And I played some card that creates three rune chants, which is, I guess, one of the best cards in uh, in the deck that creates a lot of rune chants. So I played a card before that, so I could create another one. And I'm already on 5. So during my first turn, I already created 5 rune chants, which is pretty decent to begin with.
That's nothing to sneeze about, no. So basically, you played like the read runes,
Yeah,
another spell, and then also used your grasp.
yeah, exactly.
Well, that's a good turn as setup.
So you've been on Runeblade for a while in constructed Remco.
A little bit.
What do you think of the class in general?
I like it because it has two ways to deal damage with the rune chants and the regular attack actions, of course.
Yeah,
And I think that that is really fun to do. Although I'm not sure, it might be trying to do both things. So both things might not just be not good enough. I don't know
yeah,
yet.
yeah.
I see that James is swinging back with his weapons. Both of them,
Mhm.
I see.
Yeah,
So is he playing the Ira ping deck? Just trying to
yeah,
ping you to death?
yeah. He's playing a deck where you basically go Kodachi into a somewhat bigger attack, and then
Yeah.
you try to swing 3 times, maybe triggering Mask of Momentum if you're lucky, or if your opponent doesn't block correctly, and then you swing big with a Turn of Tempo, Command and Conquer, or what he did was attack with a Drone of Brutality that goes to the bottom of your deck.
Yeah, I remember that drone of brutality when you were playing your defensive ninja deck.
Yeah, Drone of Brutality is such a good card because you don't run out of cards
Yeah,
ever, which is a big plus, and which happens more often, uh, especially in really good blitz games where it's a very tight and even battle. Um, Running out will occur every now
yeah.
and then.
Just going back to your second turn, I think
Yeah,
you played a action card to create a rune chant token and give your next attack +3, I think. And then followed up by read runes again to create another 5 runes. So you're at 10 runes now, I believe.
Yeah, the Kai dice means that
It's
it's a
6.
6, and the 4 is a total of 10. Yeah, that's the second turn already on 10, which is
Yeah.
pretty big. But then again, I already played the 2 cards in my deck that create the most rune chance, I think.
Yes.
I mean, I didn't even look through the deck before we started the match. It might have been something that I should have I should have done before we got started. But hey, I just shuffled up and I
Let's
drew
see where it
4.
takes
We
you.
started the game. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So what I'm trying to do is try to defend, but also make sure that I can play a couple cards to create a few rune chants. And basically, I'm trying to get to a point where I can
Kill him
do
one turn.
exactly a huge swing, and those reduce the rune chants. They are so good. I think
Yes.
there's 6 copies in the deck: 2 blues, 2 yellows, and 2 reds. The red one is obviously the best one, but the deck is full of defense reactions.
Yeah. But reduce the rune chant. They cost 1, but most of the time, if not all the time, they will not cost you any energy.
Exactly.
So up to 11 rune chants now.
Yeah. Of course, every time you play the defense reaction, you create a rune chant if you did it with the reduced rune chants. Or what is the name of the card? Yeah.
So again, the Oath of the Arknight to create another rune token.
Yeah, but I'm not even using it for attacks. I'm just trying to create more rune chants at the moment because I don't want to swing yet.
Oh, you're at 12. I mean, I'm not sure which attack spells because we haven't seen them yet, of course, but I'm kind of guessing that you're playing the 9th blade of the Blood Oath, at least.
Yeah, the big one. Yeah, and the one with Intimidate as well.
You mean the one with Dominate?
Yeah, the one with Dominate.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. I always get confused with the two. Yeah, I'm playing the big cake, the birthday cake. The one that looks like a birthday cake with the candles
that's the
on
9th
it.
blade.
Yeah. The 9th cake of the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But any other attack spells that you're playing, or is that just the 4?
I think there's between 6 and 8 of them in the deck. I must confess that I'm a bit of a noob when it comes to this class, as this is really the first time
Ever picking it up.
Ever picking it up. But it I must say that it felt good from the beginning, and it's a bit of a control deck, which I am pretty familiar with. And
you like playing control.
Yeah, exactly. I like playing an archetype that where you can do the thing you want to do very slowly, be in control, play a lot of defense options, and then swing every now and then. And there's a couple things I did wrong in this match. I think, and I'm also curious to look back on that, because I think I attacked too early. I should have created a couple more rune chants before going for the big swing, and that's what you will see in a couple seconds, I think.
Because you're at 13 rune chants now.
15.
15 now, even.
And I'm also trying to figure out do I
I do
want to
see.
attack? What am I keeping? What am I putting in my arsenal? And already down to 7 health, which is
Not a lot.
not a lot. James went up to 23 playing the Sigil of Solace. I basically can't attack. Hey, wait a minute. I'm playing the Blade. That means that. Oh wait, he did the Sigil of Solace during the first turn.
Yep.
He went up to 23 right from the
Right from the
bat where
go.
we
Yep.
were on an equal number. Yep. I remember it now because I was confused when he did it because it was the first time I even really read what my weapon did, and it was like, okay, I understand.
Yeah.
Well, but I think this is pretty good matchup for me
I think
because
so.
this deck plays like 4 Sigil of Solaces. Basically, when one Kodachi comes through, you're on less health, and that means that your opponent won't be able to use them unless they're very smart.
That is correct. And I do believe that Ira gives you enough time to set up for that big swing.
Yeah, it feels like that. I think so. Ira, the strength, Ira's strength is that it is a very consistent deck,
That is correct. Yeah.
and it plays a lot of blues, which will really help to defend a OTK swing if you want to block multiple rune chants. It increases your chances of surviving the kill.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But it's kind of difficult because you're sort of on a clock from the get-go. The Kodachis are the clock that's ticking,
Yeah.
and I'm losing at least 1 life a turn, if not more. And it's
I'm guessing you're not blocking any of the Kodachi attacks, right?
the second Kodachi is the one that I'm trying to block with armor, or so basically what I'm trying to do is disrupting the chain, because if he hits for the 3rd time, he gets the trigger of mask and he draws and potentially gets go again with whatever. And that's what I'm trying to prevent, to make sure that he doesn't have explosive turns where he goes too wide and I just lose control where I cannot defend anymore.
Yeah. So you're at 6 life now.
Yeah.
James.
So I tossed Slogism, which is something I regret, because when I look back at my armor, I noticed that that as an instant it also reduces the cost of the first action card I play, not only of the attack.
That is correct.
But also of the action card, and now I wish I would have kept it, and that would have meant that I could kill him right now, because now I'm going in for the big swing.
15 and 9 is 24. So yeah, if you had a Slogism, you went in for at least 27. I'm not sure what you called with Chain of Eminence.
I think I set Flick Flag.
Ah, yeah.
Because I know he's running multiple Flick Flags. I'm pretty sure that's the card I mentioned with the Chain of Eminence. And I have a special surprise in my arsenal, which you will see shortly.
Special surprise. Now
special surprise. The cherry on the birthday cake. And I even got James caught him by surprise, even though he built the deck himself. So that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
And now I wish I would have read a card better. I mean, Sluggism is a pretty cool card. I was like, wait, this card is not bad in this deck, but how do I ever get a turn where I keep 4 cards? I pay for the Sluggism and pay for the big swing. And then I read the card again and I was like, ah, shit.
Yeah, you don't have to pay at all.
Yep. So at first I thought it only reduced the cost of the attack, but then hey, that's not what it does. So he's trying to figure out what am I going to do here.
Right, so that's 9 and 12 is still 21 damage, right?
Yep. So no flick flag. I didn't, or is that a life? Oh, that's a life for life. Yeah. So boom. There comes the pommel.
Oof.
Means that he has to discard 1 more card. So I am coming in for 16 chance. He took those.
16 chance? No, 12. 12 chance, right?
No, the 6 and 6 plus 3. The kite's 6. Yeah.
Yeah, but he pitched the card to
Yeah,
get
he
rid
pitched.
of
Yeah,
Reaping.
sorry. Yeah, he pitched the blue card. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Yeah. So he went down to 2 life. So that means that if I would have played the Sluggism,
Yep.
I would have won the game right there. Maybe I could have waited a little bit longer, but I had the 2 birthday cakes in hand, and I just saw the opportunity. I calculated a little bit, and I'm also trying to figure out whilst playing, like, hey, like what is the perfect number to go in for the big swing? I'm thinking it's somewhere around 30 to 35 if you want to go for straight kill. But then again, it also really depends on which deck you are playing.
True. And I'm guessing since you were at 7 live, you were already on a clock. James had a full hand at that point.
Yeah.
So going in for a big swing, maybe not killing him straight away, would probably buy you some time again.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. I mean, I already blocked with a couple of my my equipment, so the skull cap has 2 tokens on it. The Arc Knight, the Grasspot Arc Knight already has 2 on it, and I just used my armor. So I ran out of defensive options if you look at my gear, and I'm now down to what's left in my hand and 5 life, which is not a lot, sadly.
Yeah.
But hey, at this point I'm winning.
Well, you are ahead in life totals.
Yeah, I am. Yeah. And the thing is with Runeblade is how do I win at this point? Because I know he's only at 2 life, but every turn I give Bambi is a turn where I take chip damage from the Kadachi.
Well, I guess you could have just attacked with the Reaping Blades.
Maybe that's something I should have done to push him from the start. Like I said, I'm also trying to figure out what the deck does, and I think I should have just attacked him here for 3 and with 2 rune chants. So that means that he's at least
to block
2 cards. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's not a bad choice at this point.
Yeah, I think now exactly. I should have decided like, hey, I should be the aggressor now instead of being on the defense. Yeah.
Because you took away his hand, of course, in that massive swing that you did. He basically skipped his turn, and then if you keep going on the offensive, the less options he will have to go on the offensive again.
Yeah, you're right, and I think that's that's the biggest mistake I make in this match.
Well, except for the slogism, maybe.
Except for the slogism. But I think then again, even though I didn't kill him, I should have applied more pressure.
Yeah.
And I think that is the whole the beauty of this game is trying to find your spot and then continue with your game plan. And if you make sure your game plan is flawless, you will have the most interesting games.
True. But you didn't attack with the weapon though, but you did attack with a Spellblade Assault, I think.
Spellblade Assault attack for 2. If it hits, you create 2. Or no,
Oh
I
no,
create
you just
rune
create 2
chants.
rune chants.
Yeah, and I attack. So first the rune chants go off. He's going to 1. Now he has to defend.
Yeah, he has to defend now. It's a sad thing you can't give it go again now.
Oh, I hate that. I really miss that in the deck. If you look at how versatile Ira is and so many abilities that give go again in that deck, and if you compare it to the Runeblood deck, then it feels like you can only play a card a turn, even though there are plenty of cards that give go again in the deck. But sometimes it just feels like you can't do what you want to do. It sort of feels like a game like Scythe, the board game, where you prepare your little engine and you always feel like you need one more turn to really do what you want to do.
Yep.
That's a little bit how I felt playing this deck. For the board game nerds out there.
But I'm not sure because I haven't seen the card yet. But isn't the deck playing Mavron Skies as well? The one that gives go again to a Runeblade attack action card?
No. Wait, I don't think it does. I'm not entirely sure though.
Because that would really help with the Spellblade Assault at this point.
Yeah, I think that I'm not sure if it's in the deck. Like I said, I've not seen the deck before we started playing. Yeah. That might have been the third mistake I made.
Know your deck and then know your opponent. That's
know the cards you're playing. Yeah.
Yeah. But hey, he's at 1 life. He's still contemplating, I think, what he's going to use to block.
I think this is the point where we ordered food. So that's the slight delay that's happening right here. We played games all day. We recorded about. We didn't record 10, but we came close to recording 10 games, and this is the time where we said, "Hey, let's order some food."
So
that's what we're doing.
All you tournament players out there,
yeah.
Remember, don't forget food during tournaments. Keep your strength up.
Absolutely. You can't play a good game without a full belly.
So with this slight delay, James apparently already said how he would block.
Yeah.
And you're passing the turn.
Yeah, and he's coming right back at me. Kodachi life.
Yep.
It just feels so good when you push those Kodachis forward, but when you are defending against them and you are when you are at 4 life, you start feeling the pressure and you're like, oh shit, there's just nothing I can do, because if I block that single Kodachi with a card, I only give him more opportunity to go wide and do real damage.
Yep. That's how I felt when I was playing you with your defensive ninja deck. So
Yeah, slowly poking my opponents to death. That's the death of a thousand cuts.
yeah,
Is what I would call it.
well, in this case 30, but hey,
I was counting, right?
yeah,
Well, but I feel like the weapon that I'm playing is actually is not that bad, even though I didn't swing once with it during our entire game. But then again, that's not really what the blade is for.
no,
Uh, Although it's not working right now because I'm still technically ahead if we look at the life total.
yes.
But I mean, hey, he's on one, so how hard can it be to just end the game right now?
Well,
Well,
you already know that. I'm just gonna find out because this is the first time I'm watching this game.
exactly.
Ugh. How about this for ending the game?
Yep.
Enlightened Strike, my
Yeah, that's
favorite
ruining.
card.
At that point, I was like, hey, this is pretty much not what I want right now because this is doing lethal. I'm on 4.
Yeah,
He's doing 7. Unless I'm mistaken, he's doing the 5 with go again. But I think he
he
has
has
no
no.
cards in hand, so
No, he has no
probably this is
cards.
7. Yep,
Yeah.
this is 7. Yeah, I defend for 6. I take 1. That means it was 7.
Oof. Did you have to defend for 6 there, Don?
Um, well,
I
I
mean,
could have went to 1, but you know what? When you go to 1, you basically lost because if you're at 1, you're telling your opponent, hey, I'm going to block every single swing, Kadachi swing you
yeah,
have,
I know, but
which
I don't know what cards were in your hand, of course. But I felt that if you kept one more card, maybe you could have done more than just create 2 rune chants.
potentially. I must confess that I don't know if that was the case. Um, Maybe you should have done that and tried to go for game at that point.
Yeah,
Um,
again, I don't know what was in your hand. I didn't look too closely to that. So, oh, here's a life for a life.
yeah, I think that's a good point that you're saying right now because if I look back at this game right now, I should have picked the spots where I should have gone for game, and I think what you're saying, maybe I should have just taken it live, uh, go to 1, and then try to kill it because um, this is a downhill battle for me because I slowly
Yeah,
lose life. I'm on the clock. I'm only losing more and more cards. I should have maybe picked a spot and I should have said like, "Hey, all or nothing," right?
yeah, probably. But again, I don't know what was in your hand at that point. So if there's not a real attack action card in there or an enhancer for your sword, then it wouldn't have made sense to attack, I guess.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. Well,
Well,
flying kick coming in for 7.
yeah, that's gonna be hard to block.
Well, see, here it is. Sorry for the choppy editing. We had to order vegan burgers. I mean, yeah, I didn't know that this was coming. This is quite funny that Bambi Bambi did the editing, and then we're looking at the video for the first time. That is pretty cool. The burgers were delicious, by the way.
Good to know. So you blocked for 6, I see, because it's now still 1-1.
Yep, yep, that is correct. I mean, pretty interesting, but then again, like I'm I've already said it a couple times. I feel like if you play against 2 Kadachis and doesn't, and the other person doesn't have Kadachis, you're
Yeah,
losing game.
yeah, yeah, especially with low life totals.
Yeah, yeah.
And now you have to block 3 attacks. Probably.
Yeah, I have to block every single attack, which means that I can't really do anything. So unless he's drawing into,
Dead cards.
yep,
Ooh, is that a Razor's
a
Edge, I
razor
believe?
reflex.
Razor Reflex.
Yeah, which
Razor.
means game.
Yeah. Yeah, but I do feel that at the point where he was at 1 and attacking with his Enlightened Strike at that point,
Hmm.
I feel that you might have should have taken the 3 if you had an attack action, of course.
Uh, Absolutely agree. I should have picked my spots. Should have done a better job at that. I think, like I said, if I would have kept the slogism,
Yeah.
I could have ended the game there potentially. James didn't block with his entire hand at that moment, but I would have had a good shot of closing the game. And the second one was probably the thing you just said, like take some more damage, go to 1, try to see if I can maybe
Close
only
the game. Yeah.
just create a couple rune chants and then just swing with the sword or with another card if that was possible. Because what I could have done as well is perhaps um, waited one more turn before the big attack.
Yeah.
Um,
Probably.
Maybe could have kept one of the birthday cakes in hand and see if. Um, but then again, I'm like, I was down at 6 or 7 life. If I have to give away too many cards, I won't have a really good turn. And Ninja can do so much damage during a turn. I mean, if he just has the Razor Reflex, gives go again, that means at that point I will have to defend with my entire hand. And then I lose the game as well.
Yeah.
So I felt like this is the spot, although I wish I would have made a couple more rune chants, go up to 20 at least, and then swing big
Yeah.
and close the game.
Yeah, but again, I think because you had 2 of the birthday cakes in your hands, you didn't have a lot of defense cards then at that point because there was also that slogism there. So without all those defense reactions, it would have been hard to keep you alive in that extra turn, maybe.
Yeah, I guess so. I think at least it was a pretty interesting game,
Oh,
and
yes.
he played a Sigil of Solace right from the get go, which also made a big difference in the game.
Yes.
Means
That
that
was
I have to do,
very, yeah, that
yeah,
was very well done by him.
yeah, exactly. It means that I have to do 3 more damage, which was pretty critical if you look back at the moment where I tried to do the OTK.
Yeah.
So hey, I figured out I really like Runeblood. I like playing a defensive deck. I felt it was actually pretty resilient against Ira. I think uh, actually playing this matchup more, I'll be in favor, or at least it will be a 50-50. I think if you master this class, it will go over 50-50, and it
Yeah.
will even be like a 60-40 if you make the correct plays.
Well, I talked to some of the competitors in the calling where they also played Blitz, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there were also a couple of guys saying, yeah, Wizard is overtaking Ira mostly, and Ira's overtaking the Guardian most of the time.
Yeah.
But I think that this guy can also most certainly overtake Ira. Um,
Absolutely.
you just have to know your deck, um, and you have to pick your spot.
Absolutely. That's I totally agree with you. I think picking your spot is crucial. I also think mastering this class is a little bit more um, important and difficult if you compare it with Ira, which is a
Yeah,
pretty forgiving class. You can make slight mistakes, and that won't cost you the game right away. Whereas with other classes, it's absolutely not at the same level of Wizard, which is such. If you want to master that, it will take you so many games to do that, and
yeah,
some people will never achieve in doing that. So I just think it's the most complicated deck out there. But Rune Chant is maybe somewhere in the middle, or a Rune Blade is maybe somewhere in the middle.
yeah. I think it's one of well, Wizard is a class of its own. If you look at it from a how well do you have to know your deck and how well do you have to play it. I think that Wizard stands alone in that. But I think that Runeblade is really high up there as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's it
Yeah,
for today. Thanks, guys, for watching. Like and subscribe,
yeah.
and we'll
Don't
see you next
forget,
time.
see you in 2 weeks.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.